Yeah. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick on. Mr. and Mrs. Burbury, good afternoon, welcome. Grab a seat there, welcome, and we'll just set up a couple of microphones so everyone can hear what you're saying.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome. The floor is yours. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the cycle, so
sure.
Please, if you want any questions, just leave us a bit of time.
Okay.
Towards the end. Thank you.
I'm not planning to say a lot because I imagine that everybody here has read our submission. Nigel and Jackie Burbury, we're orchardists in the Tukituk Valley, right beside the river. We farm down the bottom end of the river, and we've been there for 22 years. So all I'd like to say basically is to highlight one or two points in the submission that we have made. Number one, we believe that we and a few others are paying the price for the over-allocation of the catchment, particularly at the top of the catchment, where the Council's policy of protecting existing users is to the detriment of others further down the river. Point two, we believe that it is unreasonable to be linked to the low flows at the Red Bridge when our impact on the river is negligible. We believe that the measures we have undertaken to optimise water use should be recognised as best practice and afforded some advantage over other consent holders who do not follow these disciplines. We support the principle of living within limits of both water quality and quantity, so long as the rules surrounding the allocation and management of consents are fair and equitable, and management options are provided for consent holders. It is our belief that the imposition of a ban is an expression of failure on behalf of the HBRC to manage the resource. We raise our very real concerns through the process of the annual plan in the hope that the Council will sympathetically understand our position and seek to explore a remedy. Now, I'm working my butt off to avoid being the fall guy for mismanagement of water in the Hawke's Bay area. I'm preparing to lose my orchard, my livelihood and everything I've worked for because I believe rules are about to be put in place that will cause this orchard to fail. If someone can show me some science and some proof that I'm producing 1 cup of slime or hurting one little fishy or eel downriver from us, I'll pull my orchard out tomorrow. I feel very strongly about it. Would it be a preferable option if I start seeding the river with large red carp and go aqua farming for my future income? I mean, it's ridiculous that for a little bit of water, we just about lost our orchard this year. In 2018, it looks like the low flow limits on the river are going to be lifted. We've got no guarantee of a dam to help us through, and we are not the culprits for the degradation in the Tukituk River. So if council or council officers cannot come up with a formula or a way of providing us with a way through, we're finished. And that's really all I can say. It's causing us a lot of stress. We can't make any forward plans. We don't know where we're going. We don't know whether to redevelop. We don't know whether to pull trees out or start again or try something else. We just need some direction and some security.
Yes, I just wanted to say that we need the water security. It's difficult to make plans for the future for our business. We have about 1,000 trees that are ready to come out. We can't make any plans what we're going to put in place of these trees, what we're going to grow without water security. So for us, in order to plan for the future, we need water security, and we don't feel that we have that. We are concerned, very concerned about our situation. So we were ready to expand, and now we feel that there's a wall in place. We can't get through that wall. We have to have a change from you people in order to go forward. So it's very serious. Thank you for hearing us.
Thank you. Questions? Councillor Rose.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And just as way as a preamble to my question, it is serious, and you have I believe, the sympathy and the understanding of a number of councillors around this table. So the question I want to ask you is, if we can get this dam, this Rutanapa water scheme in place, will that guarantee you sufficient water for your business to be operational and ongoing? Will that give you security for the future?
We're not 100% sure on how a dam 80 kilometres away from our orchard is going to influence the fact that we could buy water, or maybe will it influence the low flow level at the Red Bridge? I mean, these things are subjective at the moment. I can't answer that question. I would like to think so, and if the dam water was available to us to buy from that dam at some point and use for our orchard, great. That would be a fantastic result.
Mr. Chairman, we can't do it here in this hearing, but it may be helpful if you spoke with some of the senior staff about that issue. I think they'll probably be able to be helpful to you.
I just wonder, this went over a 10-day period, or what was the ban effect? What was the timetable? Was it 7 days or 10 days that really affected you?
We were under a water ban from about a week out from our harvest. So, of course, on those light river soils, the trees collapsed, the fruit dropped on the ground. We lost 220 tonnes.
Yeah, I understand. I can quickly say I wasn't involved in the council then.
No.
but that doesn't absolve me, because I have institutional responsibility. But had you been able to take that 6,000 cubic metres, according to your consent, for that 7-day period, in your judgment, would that have saved your crop, if not your trees?
That's right.
So we are talking approximately 6,000 cubic metres.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Burbury. The ban this year, and the last, you've been on that property for quite some time now, haven't you?
Yes. 22 years, yeah.
And that last 20 odd years, how often have you been on ban?
Once.
And for how long?
6 days, I think.
And that would have affected your crop then?
No, it didn't. It was earlier in the season. It didn't affect us at all.
It wasn't a long-lasting.
So this would be probably one of the worst droughts you've experienced on the
river.
Then?
Definitely the worst drought. Yep.
Any other questions? Anyone? Thank you. And yeah, we have further discussion to have around all the submissions as the hearing progresses. So,
okay.
Thank you very much for making the time to come and talk to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.